Hey, what's up, guys? Yo, I swear I am not trying to do this YouTube thing, but it's needed. And the reason that is needed is because we are not looking at the news anymore, because we can't trust it. We are relying on people that look like us to tell us what it is, thinking that they have done the research, and because they look like us, because they are one of us, what they say is in our best interest. Let me tell you, a lot of these YouTubers have gotten paid by this Nazi-like propaganda machine. Let me explain how the propaganda machine works. You have Truth Social. Truth Social, who is owned by Donald Truth Social, which now has changed it to Truth Media or something like that. Remember Truth Media. All right. He owns that. Whatever he says is the truth on that. Now you have his backer, the one that just bought the White House for over $130 million. He now has $15 billion in Department of Defense contracts. Not just Department of Defense, United States Department of Defense contracts. All right. He bought Twitter, calling it X. He, who has an interest in Trump being elected president of the United States, is now disseminating all of that information that Trump is disseminating off of Truth Social onto X. What does that mean? People like regular people, we are seeing this, questioning what we are seeing because, yeah, we feel the pain. Everything's high. Money ain't lasting like it used to. What the hell these Democrats are talking about? Because that's on the mainstream media. To us, it is a lie. Because now we have people that look like us, people that we think are like us, but they are not like us, telling us, hey, this is the truth when it's not. So, why does it continue? Money. Remember, Elon Musk did $134 million. In the $134 million, Elon Musk also made an American PAC. That American PAC did door knocking during the election. And you know what? People in that American PAC didn't even know what they were doing. Talking about immigrants, Trump had these people in the American PAC behind U-Hauls going to knock doors. How? Don't believe me? Google it. It's that simple. And that what leads me right here. Education. On my way home, I asked my son, hey, do you know what a tariff is? He said no. When I was there in high school, I learned what a tariff was in the 8th grade. World economics. So if my kid who's in the 10th grade doesn't know what a tariff is, then I know all these people that are what? Between 20 to 30? The age group of these major influencers that since COVID have went from having a couple of thousand to millions of subscribers. They're getting paid to disseminate this information that is being pushed by Donald Trump, who has nothing but white supremacist handlers around him, whom he is electing in his cabinet to further push the agenda of the Kremlin, Russia, Putin, because white supremacists and Putin loyalists, their political values line up. Their leaders line up. Those whom they admire are one and the same. Thus, they are one and the same. The white supremacists, with this whole thing on immigration, you know what? The only thing that they're really talking about as a reason why is the drug cartel. Look, this would not be America's first war on drugs. Let me tell you, the reason that we went to Iraq was because of the weapons of mass destruction, which, hey, y'all know the story to that. Let's be for real. Drug cartels that has been there, what? Well before I was born. Underbelly fact of America. America was built on slaves and drugs. Once the slaves got free, they inputted drugs in the community to keep us down. Fact. And this right here is why they're trying to control education. This right here is why they are trying to hit education. Because you know what? Yes, at the state level, the states will control whatever is disseminated. However, when we're talking about the HBCUs, and we're talking about the real history, that is what's going to be affected. Because everyone knows that the federal money is pennies compared to the federal money that these Ivy League schools are getting, on top of these crazy donors who are what? Working right there in the Congress, making the laws because their children are going to those Ivy League schools in order to extend their generational fame. Look, how many generations of these college and other politicians have went to Harvard, Yale? Guess what? Another one of the things saying with these generational schools, one of the biggest Christian schools is Trump's backing. One of the biggest Christian schools is Trump backing. Everything that Trump is trying to sit over here and play on the emotions of the American people is based on a one-sided, skewed view of what is right. It is impossible to base a one-sided, skewed view on what is right when our nation is built upon the freedom of religion. I am a Christian, 10 toes down. Jesus is my Lord and Savior. However, my next door neighbor is a Muslim. Allah is who he prayed to. We live in America. Freedom of religion. And let me tell you, forcing these kids to pray to our God is wrong, regardless of where you stand. There is a better way, but we have to listen. And once we listen, we can understand where the attack is coming from. Let's play it out. Let's start right there. Mexico. War on Mexico. It's not even a war on Mexico. It's a war on the drug cartel. Now, the United States has control over the drugs. Not the United States. White supremacists. Because since the establishment of the white supremacists, they had to figure out a way to fund that movement, to fund their agenda. Look, these fools over here thinking that this rebellion. We're talking about the Civil War. My great-grandparents were slaves. I say again, my great-grandparents were slaves. These salty-ass white men that were pissed off because they lost the war. Doing what? Raiding black towns. The moment that we come up, oh yeah, we already know the story. And if you don't, shame on you. If you don't, you are the reason. If you don't, educate yourself. Don't rely on someone that looks like you to give you the information and hold that 10 toes down, because at the end of the day, on this platform, they have a reason to tell you a lie. And it's money. Yo, y'all think that Trump's gonna sit over here and do everything that he said he's gonna do? We're not giving him the money. We gave him the votes. We're done. This is the same Trump that said, I can stand in the middle of Central Park and shoot someone and I will still have the supporters. They will not put me in jail. He's right. He is a 34-count convicted felon of sex crimes. And we elected him as the president of the United States. And we expected better out of him? He showed us what he was on his first term. Grab her by the pussy. Come on, man. He ran his whole campaign on the dick size of a golfer. And we thought that was manly. You know, hey, bruh. I remember there was an episode on the Boondocks. Do the homie. Trump got all of us sitting over here doing a homie. We got Trump over pussy, my nigga. That's crazy. We got Trump over here that got us divided from the women. And yet still y'all cats sitting over here talking about y'all not trans? Bruh, that's some gay shit to me. That's some gay shit that you cannot sit down and talk with your lady to get her opinion. Black men, that's why we in the position that we in right now, because we don't listen. We have forgot how to listen to our ladies. We have forgot how to respect our ladies, and thus we don't protect them. How the hell you gonna sit on your fucking platform and denounce a black woman as a black man? How the hell you gonna sit on your platform and allow a white man to denounce a black woman as a black man? And you have the responsibility of millions of followers. All for what? Likes, clicks, comments, views, shares. Check this out. I got a two-front war going on right now. Trump said that he wants to clean up the swamp. Roger. General Kelly received. Whore. So the way you get at Trump is you get at those picks. Trump and Vance have already punched their ticket into the White House. I got you on day one. But for all the rest of these white supremacists, these racists, these Russian loyalists, these con artists, whose goal is to destabilize the American economy to make the value of the dollar worthless. Let me explain. Education moment. World exchange rate. Look, right now the American dollar is up there as far as the exchange rate. That's why when you are going shopping on these websites such as Temu, what's another one? Man, it's so many. On all these secondary websites, and even some of the Amazon and eBay sellers, that are selling their products overseas at far cheaper rates. The reason that they're cheaper rates is because right now the American dollar holds value. But listen, there is another currency that is on the rise. It's the Dogecoin Bitcoin. Right now, their stocks, when I was looking, was well over $300. Could you imagine? And right now, they're on track for $1 and almost $1.50 a buy-in. That's crazy. The fastest growing Bitcoin that is connected directly with Trump and the two idiots that he has running this make-believe out of his ass the State Department that is called the Department of Government Efficiency. Let's break that down. DOGE. Don't say Doge. The word is dodge. What do we do when we dodge? We move. What they have together, the two idiots that are heading this State Department that Trump has made out of his ass, is DOGECOIN. Dodge, move, coin, money. What you mean? All right. BRICS. Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. I've gone over this. Y'all already seen it, but just in case, let's educate. This right here is the world. This is the new world currency. It's a Bitcoin currency. It's an exchange currency that the world is now moving to replace the American dollar, which is the world currency standard as of right now. So you cut out the American dollar, and what happens? The American dollar basically is worthless. It becomes just like the Mexican peso when you look at the exchange rate. Why is the Mexican peso worthless? The Mexican cartel. Who becomes the new Mexican cartel? White supremacist. White supremacist gets America. Russia gets Ukraine. China gets Taiwan. India and South Africa are the holdings, the money safes. Because Elon Musk is an illegal immigrant from South Africa. And the other guy, the Vivek guy, his parents were born in India. They have interest to move their money elsewhere. Brazil. Brazil becomes a world financial power. So, for all those YouTubers that's driving around in the fancy cars, showing off your houses, hell, even the ones on the tech that I like to watch, the American dollar ain't going to be worth shit. So if you are getting paid off by this Russian propaganda machine that has infiltrated the United States and has done nothing but divide us, enjoy it. It's not going to last. For everyone else, understand, they are not like us.